The floor is mine. Hello, everybody, once again. Do you hear me? Everything okay? My name is Sergey Orlov. I'm a specialist coordinator of Gorchakov Foundation. And I think that you don't know a lot of Russian policy in humanitarian sector or in humanitarian cooperation, but we try our best, and we will present you some special projects we have, in which one you can participate. You're welcome to participate in them, because of these international problems right now, and before we didn't pay much attention in our foundation even to Latin American region. We tried to work only with BRICS countries, but right now we try, as I said, our best, and we try to find new contacts, new youth who want to cooperate with Russia in different sectors, and you're welcome. So, as I said, our foundation is named after Alexander Mikhailovich Gorchakov. He's very famous former Russian Minister of Foreign Affairs from 19th century, and he's a very important person in establishment of Russian foreign affairs. What about us? We, as fund, we was founded only about 10 years ago. We're a young organization, and we were was established by as a Ministry of Foreign Affairs. But we're not a political organization. We are acting like an NGO, and we are working in public sector with Russian and foreign NGOs, NPOs, youth, journalists, etc. You don't mind about our structure, but we have board of trustees, which consists of famous Russian businessmen, politics, academics, etc. And what about our format of work? We have two directions of our work with NGO and youth. It's grant support and our own events. Grant support, if you have, or you are a member, or you were established any NPO here in Brazil, you can participate in our grant system, in our grant programs or our grant trainings, and obtain the financial support for organizing some programs or projects in, I don't know, in multi-format or bilateral format with the Russian youth and Brazilian youth or Latin American youth at all. And also we have our own events, as I said, research and educational programs, expert discussions, providing expert participation in conference in Russian and foreign universities. So that's why we are here today, because it's our own event. And thank you to Ricardo to help us to be here today in Brazil. As I said, we provide grant support, and you can find all information about how to apply for this, how to participate on our website. In the end of the presentation, I will show you the link. So to receive grant, it's quite easy. You just monitor a grant session. We have, how to say, 2 grant windows when you can apply for the grant. For example, the next one will be in a month, and it will be during 1 month until the middle of August. Then you fill out an application form, you add some documents, recommendation letters, and describe your activities, and then on this basis of documents and our independent experts examine your application, and you can be the winner of our grant program. Each year, we, accordance with our Minister of Foreign Affairs, Mr. Lavrov, choose priority areas for next year. And this year, first time, the Latin American region appeared in this list. As you can see, it divided in two directions: functional directions and geographical directions. It's obvious that we pay attention to Central Asia, Balkans, Euro-Atlantic region, and by the way, from this year, Russia and Ibero-America in changing world direction. We have also our annual events, who is supporting by our high level politics, academics, and in which one we invite the youth from around the globe. And I could say that, for example, the dialogue in the name of the future, who was held in December of last year, was quite important and quite famous, not only inside Russia, but all around the globe, because we had experts from Brazil too, from Mexico, from different other countries and regions. We discussed questions about the Russia after 30 years of fall of the Soviet Union. How to apply, how to participate? It's quite obvious. You have to find this information on our website and social networks. And for applying, we just ask you to write a letter of motivation, essay, or letter of recommendation. That's all. We have also a lot of partners, not only inside Russia, but abroad too. In Russia, we are working with the main institutes, academic centers, which are playing the main role in the international cooperation of Russia. As you can see, it's MGIMO University is one of the yes, as founders of international cooperation, I'd said, in Russia, Higher School of Economics, Diplomatic Academy, Russian International Affairs Council, Eurasian Economical Commission, Russian House or Россотрудничество as well. So I say that if you need any contact from these organizations of Russia, we can provide you all information you need to improve this type of dialogue. And 2 years ago, we, as a fund, in cooperation with MGIMO University and Russian House, launched a program that called Inter-Russia. It consists of short-term research visits of foreign experts in the field of history and theory, international relations, political science, journalism, and public diplomacy. So the idea is that you can come to Russia for a month, have a beca there, we will provide you the hotel reservations, and you will have a chance to participate in different type of seminars, roundtables with our leading experts in the sphere of international relations. By the way, here is Leonardo, who already participated in this program last year in the sphere of journalism. And this event, our trip to Brazil, is possible only for another our fellow, whose name is Boris, and he's from Porto Alegre. He provided us the contacts of Ricardo and the other professors from other universities in Brazil. We just discussed some questions through the Zoom and organized this event. So if you are interested in this year, the second call for Inter-Russia program in international relations will hold from October to December in Moscow. Also, we have a program of expert mobility and Russian View program. This program gives to Russian or foreign professionals or academics an opportunity to take part in major international conferences and to speak on thematics of international cooperation, international problems, as well as to deliver lectures in foreign universities. So if you want made a speech on thematic considered with Russia or Russian-Brazilian bilateral cooperation in the BRICS format, etc., you can just write us an email, and we could try to grant your trip to conferences. Also, we have two structures. Georgian Russian Public Center in Tbilisi. I don't know as you know or not, but nowadays between Russia and Georgia there is no diplomatic relations at all. But as speaker said before, as the economy grow and nobody cares, and this structure is helping to have a dialogue with public sector of Georgia nowadays. Also, we have the same structure in Minsk with Belarus, but it's not very interesting for you, I suppose. So you can just find us in those social networks. We are waiting that our cooperation will grow, and you're welcome really to Russia, in Russia, and in different type of our cooperation. Thank you.
There is a. Oh, I thought that there was a question. I would like to add also some information about the university, the High School of Economics. It's in absolutely old way. I have brought the brochures about the HC University. I would like to share these brochures with you. And now, okay, that facts and figures, I'll keep one for the moment. And about bachelor programs of the university, Ricardo, and also about master programs of the university, so those who are interested. First, I would like to tell that the university is rather young. It was established in 1992, and it started by the Russian famous economist. So 1992, that's the beginning of the new Russia. And just to teach the students not the Soviet political economy, they thought that it would be a good idea to open master program with a group of 20 or 30 students and to give them the basics of modern international economy. And in 30 years, and we celebrated in 2022 the 30th anniversary of the university have grown into one of the biggest in Russia. We have, as I have told, 17 faculties and more than 30 specialities. For example, in the faculty which I represent, the Faculty of World Economy and International Affairs, we have bachelor programs on international relations, world economy, and Asian studies. Also, we have some master programs. We have the master program also in international relations. We had the master program in international politics. That was double degree master program with London University, which the last year we had to close. But we also have the social, economic and political development of modern Asia master program. We have the master program dedicated to the climate change and to the business and politics in Asia, which is also double degree program with the Korean Kyonhye University. So in general, there are more than 50,000 students now, starting 30 years ago with a group of 30. We have more than 500 international students and I am the director, the head of the Department of Regional Studies and also the academic director of the master program. So we have around 30, we have a group every year of 40-45 students in our master program, and around 30% of them are foreign students. So one of my students was from Brazil. One student in our program was from Brazil, but there are different countries. And now I have a doctorate student from Brazil who is writing about Russian-Brazilian relations during Bolsonaro's. So we're absolutely open for those who are interested in studying in Russia. Russian government gives the scholarships of students, so that is possible to study at the university absolutely free, having this scholarship. Yes, there is a competition among those who would like to study, but it is possible. We have 4 campuses. If you apply for the university, this does not mean that you will study in Moscow. We have also campus in St. Petersburg, in Nizhny Novgorod, and in Perm, which is Ural Mountains that divide Europe and Asia. As to the professors, maybe you will be interested that we have more than 50 international laboratories at the university who are headed by famous Russian or foreign scientists of different specializations. So if there is some interest of cooperation with Russia or with the university, there are a lot of possibilities. Every year, university organizes the so-called April conference, During pandemic, it was completely online. Before that, it was completely offline. Now we do it in the mixed format, and more than 300 scholars, experts, analytics participate in the conference in different also. It's this conference which is dedicated to the study of economy and society. So that was the idea of the founders of the university. And so you're invited to be also the members of our academic community, and we will be interesting if you share your views on the topics that you are studying. And that's the university. And personally, as the head of the Department of Regional Studies, Regional Complex Studies, I would like to invite you also to participate. Every year we organize the conference, international conference, in English on regional studies, and a lot of scholars from Asia, from Middle East, from different Latin American countries. We have the contacts with the universities from Europe, from United States. So there is no unfriendly countries for us, for the university members. So I think it would be very interesting, useful to continue our cooperation with the members of so big and prestigious university as university. Thank you one more time for inviting us here to share our views on the topics which I think very important. And also on the last page, this is for students, on the last page of the brochure, there are QR codes how to apply for the undergraduate and graduate studies. And there are mails and phones and all the information to have contacts with the university. There is no presentation, there is rather old way, but I think if you have any questions, we can discuss it during these sessions or after these sessions. So that's why we're here. Thank you for your attention.
Well, thank you very much. It's a great opportunity for our students and our fellow colleagues here that you're presenting. Anyone has any doubts, any questions?
First of all, good afternoon. Thank you for your presentation. My question is about, is for Mr. Orlov. It's about the next, in your presentation, you mentioned that this year there's going to be a second round regarding the inter-Russia program, right? I would like to know the topic of the next term, because I think there is always a specific topic every term, right?
Yes, the topic of the next inter-Russia program and international relations will be emerging powers in the new world order. So
Okay.
It's quite wide thematic. You can write your paperwork on China thematic or ASEAN countries, Russia, Brazil, bilateral relations, relations in different formats. So basically we choose the thematic wide for scholars or students can be free to write the theme that you're interested in.
And is there already a certain schedule regarding regarding the
So,
the application?
So we open call for the program about 1 month and a half before the program. So I suppose that it will be opened in September, yeah, in the middle of September or something like this, because previously we agreed with MGIMO that the program will start October 24 and will end on December 4th. But we don't know what will be in a month. Maybe something changed, but the plan is this.
Approximately. Thank you.
Yes. Anyway, you will find the information about the program in our Telegram channel. It's in English. There is an English version of it, or our website that also present in Russian and English too. So you can be free to find the information you need. Anyway, I can give you my contact, and we can stay in touch. So you will know about the program start.
Any more questions?
Hello, good afternoon. I was reading the flyer and I got some doubts. The scholarship that says here 25 to 100%, does the scholarship in this university cover only the tuition fee, or it covers also the cost of living in Russia? And I'd like to know how that works.
It covers the tuition fee.
Only the tuition.
And yes, you sent your documents, the portfolio, and based on the portfolio, every applicant is graded, and depends on the grade that the applicant receive. They receive the scholarship that covers from 25 till 100% of tuition fee of the university. Yes, and there is a very, I would say, symbolic amount of money that the university pay for the students. It could cover the payment for the students' residence, but it does not cover all the costs that you may find living in Russia, I would say.
Okay, and does the masters, it also has classes in Russian?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, in masters first, I wanted to say, I forgot to say that we have masters in Russian and in English, completely English program and completely Russian programs, it depends. And there are, I don't remember the number, there are 6 or more probably this year online, completely online master programs. So there are some master program you are to stay in Russia, to study in Russia. But during the pandemic, I think it was started during the pandemic, that we began opening a completely online master program, also in Russian and in English. So you can find also, if you, I think, put this information about graduate studies, you will find there all the information in English about the master program and about the details, how to apply and how to study and how to live. And also could be useful, I think, the reports of our foreign students and Russian students on their activities, which you can find on the page on the each master program of the university. So you open the page and you can see they share their impressions on the program, what do they do, how do they live, and so that's.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else?
Well, for Ms. Olga, I was reading the High School of Economics website, and if I'm not wrong, I didn't see any doctoral program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So is it possible to do a kind of a part of my doctorate in the High School of Economics, even don't
Yes.
having any?
There are, you can find in this brochure exact number. There are 16 or 20 doctorate schools in Higher School of Economics on different specialities. And the way to have to obtain the information and to apply is the same. Yes, you find the page in English of doctorate school. You choose the school you are interested in, and you apply for the study. Also, we have the tradition to invite the scholar, the young, I would say, doctors for the postgraduate, not studies, but for the postgraduate 1 or 2 years period. We invite these young scholars to one or another department, and we share the scientific academic work with them, so on the topics university is specializing in. And usually I would say the tradition of the university to give those who are accepted in the doctorate school to give the full scholarships, because the leadership, the rector of the university, think that the academic works should be compensated, there should be grants, and it's very important. So, yes.
Any more doubts, questions? So, thank you, Dr. Olga. Thank you, Sergey. Again, and tomorrow we meet again here at 10 a.m. for our next roundtable about Latin America, Russia relations. Okay.
Thank you very much again, and till tomorrow.